Alrighty, folks, I'm going live once again. The title of this video is Crying is Healing. I just had a very healing cry. Um, what happens for me is usually I'm always going through my own healing process and that kind of thing. And what usually happens is like all these emotions will be moving in my body for a matter of days or weeks, and I'll be kind of processing them, feeling into them, kind of working with them. And eventually, it's like all of them finally come to the surface, and I'm able to cry and release. And it's such a glorious healing experience when that happens. So I just had that experience, and I really just wanted to come on here and share a little bit of. Um, People are messaging me on Facebook, but I wanted to share something important, which is that today marks 2 years since I emerged from my coma that I was in back in 2018. So it's December 3rd, which I like to see as 12/3 or 1/2/3. So for me, it's like a day of alignment. And I've had this little note that I wrote on my wall ever since that experience, and I look at it almost every day. I wrote this on December 3rd, 2018, and it's basically just like a prayer for my life. And it says, each day I just want to attempt to make a difference and trust that what I do matters, what you do matters. Yes, you never know what magical, subtle ripples you are creating. Just keep loving yourself and building a thriving community. And then I put a quote from one of my favorite bands called Audiophana. They're a very unknown band, but they're super amazing. And it says, yes, there will be hard days. Yes, there will be bad news. Yes, there will be pain and plenty to recover from. But as for now, I'm doing all right. And I look at this and it feels like several lifetimes have gone by in the last 2 years since I got out of the hospital. And you know, I've had three near-death experiences now, and each one was like this intense purification process. And it's like when you have a brush with death, it's like everything in life that is like that is like frivolous or extraneous or whatever. It's like everything becomes like distilled. It's just like this is what really fucking matters. And each of those experiences have like had that sense of like this is what really fucking matters to me, like ingrained deeply inside of me. And um and I try to carry that with me every day and in everything that I do and everything that I share, and just like really put that, like, I don't know how to describe it necessarily, but it's just like prioritizing. Like when you have a brush with death or when someone you love dies, it's like you reprioritize everything, and you're like, I'm gonna like live life fully and do it the way that I want to do it. And that's just everything that that I share online. I really try to share things that are like, I guess this is one way I want to describe it. It's like um, I'm really a big fan of like going deep below the surface. Like a lot of like surface level mainstream small talk conversations, it's like it doesn't do anything for me. I want to like get down into like the realness. It's like so many things feel superficial. That's really what I want to say. So many things feel superficial to me. And after having three near death experiences, I'm like, I don't want to be fucking superficial for a millisecond. I want to be fucking real and like talk about the real shit, and like um and take in information that is like on that same level of like not superficial, like, you know, this music that I just listened to, which helped me to have this crying breakthrough. I'm gonna post it in the comments. I just discovered this woman who sings on YouTube, and her voice is just so powerful, um, that it like helped me to tap into these emotions and have this release. And this is the song that I was listening to. You don't necessarily have to listen to all the lyrics specifically, but just the vibe and like the soulfulness that she sings with is just so powerful that it's medicine for me. You know, I really feel like those things that are not superficial, that are like deep within the realms of emotions, they're they carry medicine. They carry like deep, powerful feelings. And that is what I try to convey in everything that I write, everything, all the videos that I make is like that depth. So I'm also gonna post a link to my website, which is called sacredstoryweavers.net. And this is a compilation of a lot of my writings, videos, all kinds of stuff. Like, if you resonate with the stuff that I post and stuff, I really invite you to, when you have some time, dive deeper. And, you know, like everything that I share on Facebook, I guess another thing I want to say is like, because I've had so many profound experiences, like with these near death experiences where I've gone so deep into the feelings, it's almost like I feel like I can only convey like a tiny little bit, of the depth of what I want to convey, and so it leaves me so, oftentimes with this feeling of like people seem like they appreciate what I am saying, but I'm like, there's so much fucking more. Like there's so much more to dive in. It's like you're just getting like this tiny little free sample snack. And it's like, if you really dive into, you know, my books, my music, other things that I share, it's like that's where the depth is. And that's what I honestly want to share with people, is like the depth of life and all of the fucking mysteries and magic that we can unlock. So, if you're watching this today, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of my journey. The other thing I do want to share is like, I was going through some of my shelves and stuff. I found this handwritten note from my grandparents, who are both passed on now, and it was just really sacred to me to read this handwritten note from them and just like feel their love. And that's what like opened the floodgates for me to start crying. And then when I realized that it's been 2 years since I wrote this in the hospital, this is kind of funny too. On the back, the thing that I wrote in the hospital, it's the menu from what they the menu from what they served me. Look, Kevin May, what is this? They give you a menu of food that they serve in the hospital, and I would only eat like a small percentage of it because hospital food isn't really the best. But yeah, this is some funny stuff. Look. Boca Raton Hospital. Those are the guys that saved my life. Give them some credit if you're ever grateful for me. These people saved my life. Boca Raton Hospital. Um. Anyways, I love when I have these breakthroughs where I'm able to like cry and release this emotion. It's like this like purification energy. And, you know, I feel like so many of us have been taught to repress our emotions, to judge them. And like a big one for me is like invalidating our emotions, because this was my conditioning. It's like, oh, you're not need to cry. That's not worth crying over. Or, you know, who are you to feel that way? Whatever. It's like we invalidate our own emotions, and therefore we like cut ourselves off from our true emotions. So it's like when you can let those true emotions flow, it's extremely healing. And I'm going to post another link to this article that I wrote about kind of how I have been able to tap into releasing anger and sadness. Um, So, if anyone out there is feeling certain emotions, some of these songs that I've shared in here are very helpful for that. So I'll post that in the comments. If anyone watching this now or in the future wants to share a comment or a question, feel free to do that. Um, yeah, I also want to say, like, I was feeling like kind of wonky last night, and I was like, just felt inspired to post what I did about like share a picture of your pet or a funny animal or something. And it like blows my mind how many people commented on that, and just like how much love people have for their pets. It's so beautiful, and I feel like pets are like these little balls of love, and they like remind us about the frequency of love. And it's like us humans have like forgotten forgotten what it's all about, and these dogs and cats and other animals are just like, come back, come back to love, like get out of your silly human stories and come back to love. So thank you to everyone who posted. Those really made me happy, and it's just beautiful to know that like although humans have lost our way big time, the animals are like holding it down. They're like, we got you. We'll keep loving you and being silly. Like they remind us to stop being serious all the time. So yeah, animals are great. And yeah, y'all really got to check out this woman. Her YouTube channel is called Lissa. Her voice is just like pure freaking medicine for me. It just like she covers a lot of Florence and the Machine music, which is one of my favorite bands. Their music is like so divine. Like there's so many artists where I'm like, how the fuck is no one listening to these? Like this video I posted, Higher, Bishop Briggs cover. I mean, Bishop Briggs is dope, and her song Higher is dope. But this woman's cover only has like 300 views, and I'm like, this should have 10 billion views. Like, there's all these videos on YouTube that have like fucking 50 million views, and they're so boring and so non-helpful. And I'm like, all these fucking amazing videos have like 10 views. I'm like, what are we doing, y'all? Let's get our shit together. So, if you're feeling this, like, just check out more of the stuff that I share. Like, I've got playlists on my YouTube channel of all kinds of good music. I really just want to, like, the core message of this video is like, let's stop with all the superficial bullshit. Let's go below the surface. Let's get real with our own feelings, our own situations, and like, and just cut the bullshit. Like that's what fucking dying 3 times. I mean, I've died a million times in my ego and stuff, but literally fucking almost dying 3 times has caused me to just be like, let's quit with all these fucking bullshit things that aren't serving us. And like, and I will speak to this, like cultivate some fucking discipline and some fucking like focus. Like so many of us are like scatterbrained and ungrounded and stuff. It's like if you want to live a fulfilling life, like you gotta be grounded, and you gotta like cultivate the fucking shit that you want to work on, and like the universe will fucking help you with that if you actually fucking do it. Like I've been shown this so many times where I'm like scared to make a change, but then I just like commit to it and I just do it, and it's fucking amazing. And thanks, Andrew, for listening. I appreciate you. Um, it's like the universe will fucking help us if we just like commit to shit and actually start cultivating routines. And my friend Luke Cohen, shout out to Luke Cohen. He's been a mentor of mine. He's fucking awesome. He posted something like ritualize your life, like create rituals, not necessarily like spell casting and shit, but just like habitual routines, because you might as well consciously create your own routines rather than unconsciously just like get thrown about by the fucking waters of life. So it's like consciously creating, okay, this is what I'm going to do in the morning. This is what I'm going to do in the middle of the day. This is what I'm going to do at the end of the day, because this shit will serve my greater evolution. Um, so I encourage you to do that. You know, if you're ever interested, that's what I help people with all the time. I've got all kinds of writings and I do coaching. You know, I help people to implement holistic health habits that will actually serve their personal growth. And, you know, I just want everyone to be their most fucking awesome self. Like, we have so much potential every day when we wake up. It's a brand new fucking clean slate. You can do all kinds of new stuff each day. You don't have to do the same shit as yesterday. You can think new thoughts. Like, that's one of my favorite challenges for people. Like, think new thoughts, new exciting thoughts. You have like 70,000 fucking thoughts a day. Why not make them fucking interesting? Why not read interesting books? Like, this book that I'm reading is so fucking interesting, The Molecules of Emotion. Like, this is such a fucking paradigm shattering book. You know, it's just amazing. So the basic teaching of this is that our subconscious mind is actually our physical body. And yeah, I could talk about this for hours. I've made other videos about it. But the main thing I want to say is think interesting thoughts, listen to interesting music, follow interesting people, watch fucking interesting videos, just do interesting shit. Oh my gosh. I love you. I love you guys. I love you Gaias. I love you human, half alien, half mammalian creatures out there, in here, all around. Yeah, I'm just feeling the love and I wanted to share it. I got my love shirt on here. It just says I love, but the this actually stands for never ending universes. Yeah, I love never ending universes. And I'm pretty sure we're in a never ending universe. So buckle up and yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up. Please check out the links. I've got a fucking zillion links. I could keep you busy. If you're interested in this kind of shit, I could keep you busy for the next 12 years with my links. So, yeah, no excuses for being bored. No excuse for being bored ever. There's infinite fucking interesting shit out there. But the key is, I will say this, you've got to integrate it and you've got to apply it. Like, information without integration is not really good. So pretty much all the information for how to live a good life is out there, but you've got to apply it and you've got to, you know, put it into action. You can't just let it like overwhelm your mind and whatnot. So I encourage you to like figure out ways to apply the stuff that you learn and the stuff that you're studying. That's what I got to say for now. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all are the blessed. We're all the blessed to be alive in this amazing time. And hope I'm making some sense here. My eyes are probably all red because I was just crying. Crying is healing. Everyone's allowed to cry. It's okay to cry at the beauty, at the sadness. All right, Kim says, send a link for the singer you're talking about at the beginning. I did post it in the comments, but I'll post it again because she is fucking awesome. Like, I posted on her YouTube video. I was like, I would say that you're destined for greatness, but you've already fucking achieved it. Like, she's singing in her bedroom just like the most heavenly melodies in the universe. And she's fucking awesome. And there's so much people out there like this. Like, there's people that I know with just like outrageously amazing talent. And no one knows about them. I'm like, yo, these people deserve to have their own TV shows and shit. I mean, there's just so many people out there. So like the whole mission of Sacred Story Weavers, which used to be Team Pachamama, we just changed our name to make it more obvious what we do. It's to like bring all the fucking awesome people together and to help like build this global network of, you know, people that are weaving sacred, beautiful stories and making music and making art and making videos and just doing beneficial stuff for the planet, for their own lives. So yeah, check out sacredstoryweavers.net. Check out Lissa. I don't know if she goes by anything by that besides that, but her YouTube channel is called Lissa, Lyssa. I posted it in the comments. She's fucking amazing. I've been listening to her songs for like 2 hours now, and I'm gonna keep doing it because yeah, she's amazing. You're amazing. Don't believe all the stories that society has conditioned you that you're not fucking amazing, because your body is made out of 50 trillion cells and every single one of them is amazing. So that's the truth. That's the message for today. Happy 12/3, aka 123, and Scooby Doo.